This is a Canyon Springs Firewise presentation for the shaded fuel break for Canyon Springs Ranch. Operation Geyser was an experiment we did in 2022, and it's the basis for a shaded fuel break number 4. 2 Firewise volunteers made a shaded fuel break on a half-acre in the wilderness and dragged the limbs into the open LCRA area for mulching. The concept worked well for this small test. Operation Geyser was enlarged to 4 to 5 person team and 1 volunteer with a tractor with a grapple. The geysers created a 3 to 4 acre shaded fuel break and moved the debris to the LCRA area for mulching. Cost of mulching this test area was about $1,500. Point of reference: using Canyon Springs volunteers' labor and equipment, the cost to the Homeowners Association was approximately 1/10 the cost of the commercial vendor. On this map, shaded fuel break number 3 area in blue was done by the contractor, and the area marked in yellow was done by the geysers. The shaded fuel break number 4 area for geysers is marked in red. We picked this area for shaded fuel break treatment because of the heavy infestation of cedar trees and the proximity of dwellings and Ranch Rim Drive, the only road in or out some areas of Canyon Springs Ranch. This is fairly typical of the dense dead cedar and ladder fuels seen in the Canyon Springs area. There's plenty of evidence of previous wildfires. This is not in Canyon Springs, however, it's the situation we're hoping to avoid. Cook County Assessor's Office maps were used to define the boundaries of the properties adjacent to our work area, and the property owners were notified of the project. This project is similar to prior Canyon Springs Ranch shaded fuel break projects in 2020 and 2022, except that all tree cutting stacking was done by Canyon Springs volunteers. Half of the trees and limbs were cut and transported to the mulching site by property owners. There's a big cost savings, and this eliminates the roadside chipping program we used for the past 10 years. There are 2 distinct parts to shaded fuel break number 4. Part 1, marked in red, is where the geysers went in the wilderness area, made shaded fuel breaks, thin trees, and then hauled the debris to the LCRA mulch site. Our geyser crew, all volunteers, are extremely hard-working folks with chainsaws, a tractor, an ATV, and time to do hard work. This is an example of a shaded fuel break created by our geyser group. The second part of this is the property owner component of shaded fuel break number 4. Property owners cut ladder fuels, removed brush and thin trees on their own land, hauled their debris to the LCRA mulch site, and unloaded their trailer for mulching. Some property owners did use contractors to cut and or haul their debris to the mulch site. This aerial view shows the LCRA dump site and the rows of cedar created by landowners and the geysers work in the wilderness area. The contractor we hired for the mulching had a Barco 930. an extremely powerful machine that's capable of mulching rows of cedar very effectively. The Barco mulched these rows of cedar in just a few hours. Here are some examples of our work in the Canyon Springs Wilderness area by the Geezer crew, creating a shaded fuel break and a dramatic reduction in fuels, protecting the fire station, the main roads, and homes in the area. The timeline for shaded fuel break number 4. March through July, the Geezer crews made a shaded fuel break in the Canyon Springs Wilderness area. From April through June, property owners cut fuels on their own property. Also, between April and June, property owners trailered the debris to the mulch site. In July, the contractor mulched the collected material left by the property owners and the Geezer crew. In all, property owners and Geezers cut about 20 to 25 acres of fuel and had it mulched for $4,000. 200 hours of volunteer time plus tractor, ATV, and chainsaws were used for this SFB4 project. We consider the SFB4 project successful. Property owners were able to reduce large amounts of fuels on their property. Canyon Springs volunteers reduced a large amount of wilderness area fuels. We improved egress safety on Ranch Rim Drive and decreased the fire danger of the area. The program was extremely cost-effective using volunteer labor and equipment. This project serves as a blueprint for the Shaded Fuel Break number 5 project. In October 2023, we will start a property owner fuels disposal program, and this program will come to a halt in April 2024. We plan to have more frequent mulching by the contractor in the LCRA area, and all of this depends entirely on homeowner association funding and a possible grant. Thank you for listening. This concludes the presentation.